junior featherweight Louie Anderson.
Oh boy.
Look up! 366! It's an all-time record! I'm fighting both of them!
Well, Louie Anderson, you're here to have some fun with Butterbean,
Yeah.
and you're not going to get into the ring, but you're getting into the...
I'm in the ring.
You're in the ring of show business.
Right. I'm in the show business ring, which is much tougher than the boxing ring because you don't know you're out of business. You don't know when you get knocked out. You don't know what the hell's going on in show business. At least in boxing, they hit you face to face.
But yet you're still back into the arena of now sitcoms and a... I don't want to say cartoon.
Animation.
It's an animation. Life with Louie.
Right.
Tell us about Life with Louie.
Well, Life with Louie started as an idea 7 years ago with Margaret Lesh at Fox, who was then at, I think, Jim Henson or Hanna-Barbera. And she said, you want to do an animated show? And I said, oh, I don't know. I don't really know what I'd do with it because she enjoyed my comedy. And then, so she stayed in touch with me. And then I tried to put my family on TV live action several times. And it never seemed to work. And then somebody brought me the whole idea of doing the cartoon, animating my family, and we could go a little more outrageous, a little kookier, a little crazier.
If it's animated,
Yeah, I don't know, but it worked, and all the voices worked, and all that stuff worked, and so we did it. In fact, we're going to have Butterbean on the cartoon fighting Dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you see, that's what's so great about the animation, because you can take a real life character and you can, stretch it out. Plus, I get to do the dad's voice. I do the little kid's voice, and I do, my narration. But the really great thing about this show for me is people say, you make it for kids? I said, no, I made it for families, because families watch the show together. It's one show you can watch with your kids and not think, ugh, I don't need to see another superhero. It's got really family humor in it. It's got good stuff in it.
Does it have a message? Is there a message?
There's always a message in my stuff. I can't help myself.
Yeah.
You always got to throw
what's the message in Life with Louie?
that you should really care about each other. That you should really love each other.
Is Life with Louie sort of you being able to kind of play out the childhood you might have missed out on?
Exactly. Gave me a chance to recreate my own childhood. Life with Louie did that. And nobody wanted to do Life with Louie except Margaret Lesh over at Fox. You know what I mean? It was her single vision over there, and people didn't think it would work or didn't think it would go over right. And it became the #1 new animated show. And it remains that place this year. And we've got a new series, 13 new shows coming out next year. We just got together with people doing merchandising. And I'll tell you what really makes me feel good is when people come up and go, I watched that show with my kid. Or kids come up and go, my dad likes that show. Or my dad's like your dad. Or that kind of stuff, really valuable, really important to me.
If they say, my dad's like your dad, and you've
I always say, sit down, take a break.
What do you tell a kid like
I always I think, great that there's a show on there that at least that somebody's representing that side of the American family. Because our show's more real.
Life isn't all the Huxtable family, right?
No. Life is a very, very difficult situation. But I think at the end of the day, the thing that's really important is that that you really have each other in a family, and that things can work out. And that's what the show is. It's a constant idea of things can work out, get worked out. And we try to put a message in there, and my routine. It's a lot of fun. We try to have pure fun.
Right. Now, what about a series? I mean, with you as a human being.
Well,
there's talk
I think that, they want me to do another series. I guess that, what I'm going to end up doing? I'm going to end up having a series when I'm the age to play the dad.
Well, that's about now, isn't it? I mean,
wait a minute.
Come
Yeah,
on now.
yeah, I guess I could, but I mean, I think that, as I get into that kind of grumpy old character that my dad is, that maybe I'll be able to do that. I don't know. If somebody comes to me with a good idea, I always talk to them and consider it. But my motivation is mainly never money. It's not my first motivation. My first motivation is how good is the project? How good is the thing? Butterbean, to do this thing at the fighting, he's a funny guy. He's a nice person. This would be a fun thing. They're always looking for something promotable when you do in show business. And the idea of me and him doing this way in, it's very funny.
Let me ask you a question. You made an issue over the years of your weight. It's going up, it's going down. I mean, I've seen you when you've been a lot thinner, and I don't know if I've seen you that much heavier, but you have been.
I used to be 450.
450.
Yeah.
All right. How funny would you be if you were to slim down to 150? Do you think you'd still have that edge?
I don't know. I think that once America buys you as a character, it's harder for them to buy you when you change. But I think that if your heart is, in it, and you really love doing it, that you'll find the new thing that'll make you funny in that sense. I don't know. I think I've been asked that question a lot of times. I guess that if you just think of me as a fat person, then you won't see me as a comic. But if you see me as a person who happens to be fat, then even if I get thin, you'll still see me as a person who's funny.
So then
you know what I mean?
You're pretty comfortable with your weight?
Yeah, I should lose weight just health-wise. Mm-hmm. But I tell you, it's my alcoholism. My dad's was his drinking, mine's eating. And there was a way that we comforted each other. We came from a poor family, and food's one thing we had. So I try not to overanalyze it too much, although I have.
I'm sure that.
Yeah.
Hey, Louie, continued success.
Thank you very much.
Out of the ring
Okay.
in
All
Chavez
right.
and
These are pretty hard.
They
aren't
are hard.
I would hate to get hit with this.
Okay, so we're not going to hit anybody.
We're not going to hit anyone. Any agents around? Managers?